Brad Williams, XL Prime. Computing car payments and loan amortization. We're going to build this simple amortization table presenting car payments over a 60-month period. What is a loan amortization table? Well, I'll explain that to you in a second. Many loans, such as home mortgage loans and car loans, are repaid in equal periodic installments. That's amortization. Part of each payment is interest on the outstanding balance of the loan, and part is repayment of principal. After each payment, the outstanding balance is reduced by the amount of principal repaid. Therefore, the portion of the payment that goes towards the payment of interest is lower than the previous period's interest payment, and the portion going towards repayment of principal is greater than the previous period. Let's assume that you take out a $12,500 car loan at an interest rate of 6% per year to be repaid in 60-month installments. First, we calculate the monthly payments by finding the payment that has a present value of $12,500 when discounting at 6% for 5 years or 60 payments. What is the monthly car payment on a 5-year loan of $12,500 at 6% compounded monthly? The answer is $241. But how did we get there? Go up to the formula bar. All you have to do is follow these steps. The rate is 6%, as we noted here. With Excel, you always have to divide by 12 because we're looking at annual installments, and this is monthly compounding. Number of periods, we have 5 years, but Excel builds it up in. If we divide this by 12, we have to multiply the period times 12, or that's 60. This is a negative present value because we're paying, so we need to discount this back. Future value, we're not dealing with. Type, we're not dealing with. You hit OK. You can see the formula result is 241.66. If you do not want to use Excel, here's the formula. You basically take 12.5. You're going to break this down into monthly times 1 plus the discount rate of 12%, or the interest rate you're paying. Raise that to the power of 60, divide this by, and here's the discounting part of it. 1 plus 0.6 is 6% divided by 12. We have 60 periods minus 1. That's going to derive a monthly payment. Total principal and interest over that 5-year period, well, you know it's 12.5 to start off with, and then the remaining is the interest you're going to pay over that 60-month period. Well, the monthly payment is $241.66. In the first year, how much of the 12.5 minus 10,002, which is 2210? 2210 is just your annual principal and interest payment. That's just 241 times 12. How much of that is interest? Well, you can compute this using Excel or building your own amortization schedule. The interest payment is $698 over that for that period, with an outstanding balance of $10,289, the amortization. How do we compute it? We're going to take the sum of I2, which is the interest over here in this table, and we're going to get $689.88. First year's principal payment, $2210. We're just going to use this table over here to come up with that number. How does the amortization table work? To set up the table, first and foremost, the rows are hidden. We have 60 rows, and over here, 14 to 53, they're hidden. Start here, and we're going to count down the 60 rows. We have a loan amount of $12.5, monthly payments. You can use the payment calculator right here, Excel, or you can do it yourself. This formula right here is right here. T2 is the same as B10. Monthly interest factor, 0.005. That's 0.06 divided by 12. Why? Because we're going to take 0.005 times the principal amount. This is 12.5. We're going to take the monthly interest factor, H2, and multiply it times F5 to come up with interest, H2 to F2. We're going to just simply subtract the 241, subtract 62 from 241. That's the principal. That's the remaining loan balance. This 12.3 then goes down here to month 2. We're going to repeat this period for 60 months. We have a set principal amount. We're going to have 0.005. Notice how the interest payment drops over the period. The principal amount will increase. the interest amount will decrease. And as you see, from month 1 to month 60, we start off with an outstanding balance here of 12.5. This is at the end of the month. And this is at the end of the 60th month. Here is the total principal amount. If you sum this entire amount, if you sum the entire interest amount and you add the two together, this 49960 is simply a sum. If you look at the sum here, if you look at the 1999, that's simply a sum. The 12.5, all we did was add the numbers up. The 14,999 is just B10 times 60. That's an amortization chart. You can do this with a home mortgage. You can do it with car payments. If it's not simple interest, we can use an amortization method. We have simple and then we have an amortized loan. This is an amortized loan. It sounds complicated, but the hardest part is just figuring out your monthly payment and then your monthly interest factor, which is 6% divided by 12. That's the number of months per year.
Brad Williams, XL Prime. Thanks for watching.